Good morning. It's nice gonna be day today. Nice gonna be day. Lovely day. Nice gonna be. We like this thought. The sun shine's out there already. Bit chilly still. It's gonna burn off though, I think, later. So, did we all have a good day yesterday? Yeah? Did we all have a play at this one? I don't suppose we did, but that's fine. Time I know is of an essence, and to be fair, some of you have done hundreds of blocks with me already. Just a quick rerun through it. The difference on this one that was exaggerated more than anything was how, if you've got an awkward shape in the centre of something, how do we make that easy in straight stitching? And you can do it a lot of, in lots of blocks, all sorts of things. So this triangle was actually cut into a 2-inch square and 2 half triangles there to make the overall shape in the block. So there and there. These ones were easy because they were still within their strip. It was just that one. You only get part of it within the strips. So it's fabric placement in order to get what you want. You'll see that often in house blocks. If they've actually pieced house blocks, because you'll have maybe a line of sky at the top, and then say you've got the roof, and you've got a bit of sky each side. Well, each side would be the same fabric normally as the top, so that you get the surround. So it's creating an area of colour at whatever shape or size you want. It could be that you'll end up with 6, 7, 8 pieces of the same fabric even, all chopped round and into. Any of the ladies out there doing garden blooms can tell you that with the patterns that have come out this month to them. Hopefully they're getting there now, because I did post them the weekend. So that's the mystery quilt that's going on at the moment. There is most definitely surrounded fabric in order to get where I needed. I've got loads of little pieces all around of one colour in order to surround another colour. And that in effect is the reverse. That's in there, but we've surrounded with other. It's how do you make these odd shapes? Straight line it. If you do, is it foundation piecing through paper, or maybe onto another fabric? You see lots of lovely designs these days, be it animals, flowers, all sorts of things, and you'll see that the background could be made up with half a dozen different little pieces in order to get the shape that they want. And it's worked out in what order to create that easy. So each time we're trying to figure out how can we do this as an easy shape to stitch, really. A successful shape to stitch is probably a better way of saying, not necessarily easy, but successful. Yeah, so that was yesterday's. So double basket. I would hope that some of you out there are going to have a little go at that one. I fully appreciate if you don't. If you have that, can you put a photo on for me over on Facebook on Patchwork Witterings? That would be lovely. I know there's a lot of you out there doing and watching, and not necessarily showing us what you're doing. And I can understand that. One of my pet things, though, when I go around the shows and when I'm doing talks and stuff, is a little bit about people's confidence and stuff. You know, we're a little bit reticent in showing things that we've done, our achievements, in case somebody criticises. I think, there's a lovely little thing, is it the quilt police? Well, I for one, I'm not into that at all. At the end of the day, my take on it is, if you've had some lovely time creating something, it doesn't matter what comes out the other end of it, it's a success, because you've been absorbed, you've been enjoying yourself, you've been doing. As far as I'm concerned, that's it. That's fabulous. So whatever anybody shows, I am so chuffed that they've had a go. So I do believe that beginners and the likes ought to be showing stuff. And the amount of people who actually aren't beginners at all and still think they're no good. Do you know what? You've seen me making mistakes and I've shown you things that are imperfect. You know what? I'm still happy. I don't care what others think. I've enjoyed it, and I'm hopefully at the minute inspiring you lot to do a bit. But I get my joy out of the creating and the doing, and then seeing what you're doing. So be likewise. Be proud of what you've done. And the other thing, never ever show anybody, oh yeah, but I could have done that bit better. They probably ain't going to see it. Don't point it out. Don't show them. And if they do, it's a design development, isn't it? All right, so just don't point. It's like, do you know what? We're very bad, certainly English type or UK or whatever, British, that's the word, at taking compliments. You know, someone say, oh, love your scarf. Oh, I got it in Marks and Spencer's. Didn't need to say that. Just say, thank you. Because actually they're agreeing with your taste. And how nice is that? Similar sort of a thing. So if you're a beginner or not, please show your work. Be proud of it. I shout this at all the shows all the time. And the only quilt police that should be out there, as far as I'm concerned, are judges if you're actually putting things in to be judged. Do you know? And another one I shout also for quilt shows and stuff, to have categories that are judged in a different manner, yeah, so, or judged together, so like real basics and professionals or whatever. I judge myself, so therefore I would like to think that it's fair. If I put something in, I want it fair. I shouldn't put something in with somebody else. I shouldn't put my stuff in with a long arming person because I can't long arm. Why would I want to? It's not my thing. Sarah, thank you, darling, she does all mine. But you know what, there's so many, I think, within our hobby now. We've got so many other subsets, and in my mind, if you're going to be judged, it needs to be put out into lots of different ones, so it's fair. And other than that, I think there should always be categories of unjudged, so that you can choose, do you want to do that or not? Because I think it puts a lot of us off of some showing some fabulous work. Do you know? There's loads of it going on out there. Please show us. You know, nobody, certainly in our group, is going to start criticising, because if they do, I kick them out. I won't have it. If it's not a constructive comment, then my mum always said, and I think you'll see at the beginning, at the top of the group, if you can't say something nice, say nothing at all. Just be happy for people. Always find something positive if you can. Talking of that, God, I'm wittering today. Sorry, folks. I was snaky yesterday. I wasn't as lovely as I should have been. Oh, I was having it's because I was up at 4:30 or 4 o'clock or whatever it was, silly, yesterday morning, and I started really early. And I'm thinking through the morning, oh, afternoon nap, little bit of siesta. I quite like them. If I get half a chance, I'm off for a quick half an hour. Didn't happen. I was too busy doing. I got stuck into doing, and actually, it caused me to be a little bit snaky yesterday. So not good, and but there we are. Such is life. We can't all be all the time, can we? We just make the effort, I hope. Yeah, so there we go. So what else did I do? Yesterday, the daisy. Do you remember I thought, you're going to do this one? There he is. I did sit and write the pattern immediately after wittering yesterday. And I cut up some kits. And I will say thank you, folks, because I've only got one kit left. So if anybody wants the kit, you better get in quick. It's over on abbyann.com or in my shop. But you will find the pattern, so you can put your own fabrics to it, no problem. Or I could offer you an alternative fabric if you want. But the batiks, I'm afraid, we're going to be just about all out. I think I might squeeze one more kit if there's a need of it. So if anybody wants that, do shout. And it's got to be pretty quick because there's hardly any fabric left. But yeah, so thank you for that, everybody. I'm off to the post office as soon as I've witted this morning and do some shopping. So your stuff will all be on the way, hopefully. If Royal Mail's doing its thing, you'll have them tomorrow. But I can't guarantee you that. Yeah, so one kit left. Loads of patterns. If anybody wants a pattern to do for themselves, fabulous. The kit has come out. I've done it as enough for 2 panels. So 2 front panels if you want to do cushions, because it allows you to, if you don't like the cross half, it's got one blue, one cream, so you could have them just square as a plain background with alternating outside edges. So I've done them as a pair because I figured, you know what, that might be a nice pair of cushions or bags, each opposite sides of bags, things like that. But anyway, so that's what I did. Thank you for those that have already purchased. One left. So that was jolly. What else has gone on? Sunshine. What am I doing today? I've told you I'm off down there. Yeah, I've got several other patterns that I need to write up as well. I'm hopeful. I've also got a mystery quilt I've got to put the binding on. I might cut the binding first and then I can do that tonight while sat listening to Merlin. I've got loads of Christmas stuff all done ready. Carol, my friend, what is very good at doing samples for me, has brought me back some lovely Christmas, and I need to write them up for you all because normally we'd have Sandown quilt show coming up, and I always have my new Christmas out at Sandown. Some of you out there might know this, not everybody. I have a thing about Christmas trees. Every year, for as many years now as I can remember, I have a new Christmas tree design every year. In early days, it might have been something that was just trending, and I'd make one locally. I'll tell you this is a bit naughty. Where I used to work in a fabric shop, it's long since gone because of retirements and things. And I used to hang up little Christmas trees. I'd make something and hang it up, and there would be several ladies would come in and have a little, oh, what's going on? They were there for them to copy. That's why I put them out there for them. But they'd all be sneaking looks and how do we make it without asking. And so it became a little bit of a fun. So every year I now do a Christmas tree for everybody. Obviously, since I'm not in the shop any longer, I publish them and we sell the patterns and stuff normally at the show. So yeah, so the Christmas tree is on its way. I will say with an S. And we're also very, very lucky, or I'm very, very lucky, that when classes are normally going on a Thursday evening, one of the ladies, Christmas tree farm, what a job! And it's so fun. She does Christmas all year. And Christmas trees, Helen, hello Helen, Christmas trees everywhere. And it's just fab. I love it. It's always Christmas in the cupboard. There's Pat. Hello Pat, if you're out there. Pat always does Christmas all year long. Wendy's known to. There's quite a few of the ladies that visit that yeah, it's Christmas all year, and I just love it. I just love it. And I get my Christmas tree from Helen. And last year I had a humongous great reindeer, big wooden reindeer. Oh, he was gorgeous. She'd made. Oh, love it, love it. So Christmassy we come. Yeah, it's all very exciting. I ought to shut up really and let you all get on with a bit of work, shouldn't I? So, yeah. So what are the three things? We're having a little bit of exercise. As I say, I'm off down to the post office, do a bit of shopping. We all get extra extra exercise in the shops these days, don't we? Because we have to follow the arrow. So where we dup out, we're now and if you get it wrong, it's a bit like snakes and ladders. You got to go back to the beginning and have another go. It's all cool, but it's making us walk around. It's good, isn't it? So that's exercise for me today. And then I ain't gonna tidy anything inside. Why should I tidy anything inside? I ain't got any. I've cleaned up the kitchen. That will do. That's all I'm doing today. What else is there? Yeah, friends. Say hello to friends and stuff, and what's going on, and is everybody well, and the likes of it. Yeah, it's all good. Right, so I'm going to say be lovely, and try and certainly be lovelier than I was. I was not a happy lady yesterday. I was a bit tired. I'm a bit better today. Hopefully I'll be nice. Okay, so there we go. Be lovely.